Hello and welcome to episode 57 of our Timberborn Update 5 Waterbeaver playthrough here in cycle 74, day 5. What else do I say at the beginning of these at this point? We've been doing this for a really long time, but we are, in fact, better off than we were last episode, and that's always a good thing. So we're going to continue on with what we were trying to get done, which is to flatten some space back here so we can build some more capacity for our high temperature foundries, specifically to be able to make more than one thing at a time. We don't necessarily need the speed so much as we need the ability to make glass and scrap metal and all these silicon metal ingots and everything all at the same time. A bunch of you have commented that we can increase the productivity of this building by hiring more workers, which obviously, yes, we can do. But that's not going to let us make multiple things at once. So that is what we are attempting to get taken care of at this point in time. I am going to go ahead, though, and put 20 beavers in here because it would be really nice to be able to have this glass a lot faster and continue moving on with everything that we've been working on. Other things that we've been in the process of starting here is this, I guess, double stack, kind of these multi-purpose outdoor workspaces. These are going to be replacing the small, what's these things called? I can't even remember anything anymore. These, primitive ironworks, that's what it's called, and the log gnawing stations. So, once these things are all set up with the multi-purpose outdoor workspaces, we'll be in really good shape to have that centralized over here. Obviously, we're still waiting for some stuff, specifically anvils, have very quickly become a problem. So we're going to need to get those going. Let's take a look at our factories here, which should be way up here. Come on. Come on. There we go. So we only have one making anvils right now, and that is this one right here. Currently it is waiting on clay, which I did not think was going to be an issue. Funnily enough. Well, clay and scrap metal. Which, no, I don't want to demolish it. Nope. I'm trying to exit the interface, thank you. But, I digress. The clay has become an issue. Doesn't really need to be one. We just need to be more careful about how we're using our resources, because we're also trying to make a whole bunch of stuff at once, and we probably don't have sufficient. No, not clicking on the beavers. Yeah, see, these guys are panning for gold, which, you know, a worthwhile pursuit. However, we need clay. Right now, every 2 hours, these two guys by themselves can only make one clay. So if we give them some helpers, now it's one clay per hour. Easy way to solve that problem. This one was already doing one clay per hour. So that should help a little bit. I don't think we need to build initial pits quite yet. But I will go ahead and put 2 more beavers in here panning for gold because we've got a lot of dirt we have to work our way through. And that can only help our position. Other stuff to take a look at. We have plenty of coal now. We have 1,600. We have comparatively less iron. So let's take a look at what these guys are mining for here. Quartz, which we do need to make glass, so that's fine. And iron here. So we're going to leave this as it is. I know I need to keep building more medium mines, but we just keep running into other things that are a lot more important. So that's going to stay as it is for now. The centrifuge is making, in theory, the nuclear fuel on fast mode. It's just that the nuclear waste is not coming quite as quickly as it should. So that's going to be something we have to do right here. Yeah, it's the tools, man. Tools have been an enormous problem, and it does not make any sense. Because these guys have 780 of them just hoarded here. I feel like this is way too big of a capacity for them to just chill with. So what I'm going to do, just temporarily, because we do have human relics. We do need those. We have 343 of them, so I can pause this. I can't forget. You guys cannot allow me to forget to turn this back on, or else we're going to have problems. But for right now, the easiest way to solve the problem is just to pause this. They'll offload the tools, and then they can get put somewhere. We're going to have storage for tools around here. And I think we might... Yeah, we do. It's just not full. We have this, okay, it's only 36 of them, so that's fine. I'm going to have this set to obtain, prioritize it, just so we can have something put somewhere. Obviously, it's a huge problem. So now I just have to figure out where the rest of the tools are being stored, or if there's even a storage for them. Let's speed this up a little bit. See, once this shows back up on, well, anywhere over here, I'll be able to see what the rest of the storage situation is looking like for those. It's just, again, we're 57 episodes into the series. There is an absolutely ridiculous quantity of stuff of any type all over the map. It's late game Waterbeavers. That's just the way it goes. All right, so tools are showing up again. It looks like we do have one more mini crappy warehouse for tools somewhere. If I had to guess, which I guess I do have to guess, it's probably over here. Yep, and it sure is. So this needs to be set to supply for right now. It needs to be set to supply because these guys are making tools. These two. Eventually, of course, the goal is... Well, first I have to hide this so I can actually see what I'm doing. Get stuff made in these stacks over here. This one currently is making bramble flowers. This one I have set to make metal fasteners. Obviously, I can't until the anvils are all made. Which, again, one of those things that, you know what, just takes time. Scrap metal continues to be an issue. That will probably get solved when we have our high temperature foundries up and running a little bit better. The reason I'm making so many glass panes is because we have to keep making the clockwork farms here. We still don't have enough. What? Okay, what's paused here? Oh, that's the hot nuclear press. All right, that's fine. That can stay paused. We're doing okay. I just wanted to make sure I had one there so later on we don't have to worry about it. Now, right here we've got... Oh, lag. We've got a bunch of stuff that needs to be blown up and taken care of. So we will be doing some of that. It's just that where we are right now, stuff just takes a lot of time. So, obviously, if you've been watching these, you understand that that's just where we are. There's not really any way around it. But I do appreciate your patience working through these things very, very slowly. This tree needs to be removed. This guy says he can't cut anything. You know what? Now that this is taken care of, we might as well go ahead and connect. Aha! They're different levels. They're different levels. I thought that might be the case. Yeah, I was wondering why they couldn't really do anything over here. Well, that would explain it tremendously. Yeah, like I said, over here, I'm just trying to make enough flat space where we can have other stuff just existing. Gonna have to have a spot for the hauler bots to stand on. What is that? Yeah, the standby area here. And you want to have that spread out. So you can only employ hauling bots if they have a place to go, which, again, is why we're building this. That's the exercise plaza. This thing, we can only hire, quote-unquote, another 2 bots. And they are in the process of making those. It does take a long time. It's dependent on having the nuclear fuel, which is currently in a little bit of a short supply. So it's not going to be quick. And this advanced nuclear reactor is actually out. So, yeah, I'm going to pause the bot assembler so we don't accidentally use that. And we got to take a good hard look at how things are going over here. Yeah, the nuclear waste just isn't getting brought over fast enough. I mean, they are making nuclear fuel right now. It's just not going to be a super quick process. Now, this building here is still getting nuclear waste. Expeditiously, I might add, because now the tools are slowly being harvested from the absolute gluttonous supply stores for the supplementary exploration team. So that's going to be good. I knew we were making them. I just couldn't remember where they were going. And okay, I looked back at the comments of the past couple videos, and there's a few of you that have repeatedly said they're being hoarded by the supplementary expedition team, and I just end up either forgetting or, well, probably just forgetting mostly. But this is why it's important for you guys to be paying attention and letting me know if I'm missing stuff. I do always read the comments. I don't always remember what I read in the comments. when I go to record one of these videos, especially when they're 2 hours long, which seems to be the default maximum length these days, for water beavers at least. I try to take notes. I can't always get everything, and I can't always remember to look at stuff that I've said I need to remember. A whole lot on your plate when you're playing late game water beavers and trying to do the videos in a way that's not going to be completely unwatchable. But I am trying. So, we'll go ahead and put in another piece of dynamite here. That'll bring that down. Oh, I don't quite have room to get over here, but I think I can make it happen with the help of an overhang walkway. Right, like so. And I'm not going to bring this entire thing all the way. Actually, no, you know what? Yes, I am. After all that, I'm absolutely going to bring this whole thing all the way down. How many times have I contradicted myself in what I'm going to be doing with this? Probably a lot. But hey, that's business as usual with water beavers. At least, yeah, at least down to this level I think would be fine. That means that's got to go away. That would go down, those top ones would go down 3. Yeah, it's just going to end up costing a lot of materials to build ladders to get all this done. But remember, you have to be able to actually access the trees to remove them. You can't do it from above. You can't do it from below. Got to be on the same exact level. So I know that's come up in the comments a couple times, but just as a reminder, at least for how this is currently set up, that's just the way this works. We literally can't do it any other way. Although I suppose that issue is a little bit more prevalent over here with what we've been doing. I've seen a couple people ask why I'm spending so many resources on these platforms and ladders and stairs and stuff. I just want this to be flat, honestly, to try and match these levels as much as I can. So one, I can have more land for farming if we need it, or growing big trees or something like that. Because, you know, believe it or not, we're not really that close to the end game. There's still a bunch of stuff we haven't gotten to. Specifically, having the buffet canteens and the fruit bars fully stocked. There's a little bit more that we should probably get into in terms of maybe the nuclear power. I would like to have another abyss exploration area, which we do have the option of building one. Where is it? Back in this corner? Yeah. We have the option of building one there, and then I think there's a third. I can't remember. There probably is, maybe. If not, then that's my fault for getting my hopes up. But this one right here isn't really going to cut the mustard with 800 beavers. So we just have to try to stay on top of stuff as much as we can. The other things that would cause me to consider this not being finished is we can't make enough deluxe stew to have, well, really much of any in storage. That's a continual process. But hey, look at this. The buffet canteen is operating, ready for business. I have this set to small. We have 10 workers. We should have a pretty decent, well, first of all, well-being boost coming from the buffet stuff, which I'm assuming is amazing food. Not entirely sure, but I know there's a bunch of different stuff that we haven't even like dipped our toes into at all. Like, you know, the stuff like wooden toys, shell necklaces, comic books, and then all these different social life and awe things and a couple fun things. We just need to have a more stable supply of resources, which has kind of been the theme behind the last, I don't know, 10, 15 episodes, building all these automated farms and the outdoor workspaces and tons of stuff that just takes a really, really long time. But this is now, well, technically operating, but we don't have enough scrap metal to sustain it for the metal fasteners. If I go to tools, well, it's the same add logs, so that's not really going to be that helpful. But metal fasteners will be fine there. We'll go ahead and just, you know, just keep building these things, because you know we're going to need them. Build those 2 and just go ahead right on down the line. Bramble flowers, metal fasteners. I'm not going to do charcoal there. Tooth cut planks I'm not going to worry about. Screw press axles probably shouldn't have to worry about. Mushrooms don't need to worry about. Brain stimulating mushrooms maybe, but probably don't need to worry about. Braised cabbage don't need to worry about. So yeah, tools here. Metal fasteners, bramble flowers, tools. Wait a second. Does this take away... Never mind, I'm just stupid. Berries, no. Tar, no. Pumpkin chips. Well, that, I think, is probably being handled about as well as it can be. We just don't have enough pumpkins. Braised cabbage absolutely is fine. We have 12,000 of that stored up. So, you know, maybe... let's check out what the charcoal recipe is for this. Oh, 50 logs in 5 hours turns into... Okay, we're not doing that. That's not a great one. Now, the appeal of the... the appeal of the recipe for the screw press axle, though, even though it's going to take a day and 20 hours, that would allow me to get rid of the gnawing stations and also free up, in theory, free up some of the abyssal responsibilities for that. I don't know, maybe... We'll have to see what the consumption rates are looking like. I might need a second one for bramble flowers. Or maybe some more for tools. I don't know. Just kind of leave it alone for right now. Just probably set to bramble flowers. But yes, the idea, as at least one of you mentioned in the comments, is to eventually have this go up all the way to the top of this cliff here. I know this is currently an enormous mess. Yeah, it's just one of those things. I know there's many of you who just hate when I keep saying this, but it's what it is. It takes time. Everything over here is just an absolutely nuts mess. I really don't know of any better ways to say it than that, to be perfectly honest with you. Yeah, because like all these are at different heights. It just makes it very, very hard to make any degree of progress whatsoever. You just have to blast down one square at a time and just take what you can get. Yeah, it's not going to be a quick thing. Yeah, see, like right here, this one tree is stopping me from getting that removed. We've got, oh, bad tide coming in 3 days. See, like, how far down does this go? I guess that's blocked in here. Get rid of that at least so we can, you know, just make steady progress. That's all I can really, ask for. See, this going here, if I know for a fact that these are ready to go, I can just blast this thing out of here. Blast this out of here, blast this out of here. Obviously, I'm going to have to remove those overhangs first, but the ladder can kind of, I think, get me where I want to be. I don't know. This has just kind of been a very, 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 very long process. Yeah, see, now immediately they can go and get those logs out of the way. And we slowly work our way around other things. I know I can at the very least take this out, take this out, take this out, and that'll get me a couple more things here. I just need to remember exactly what we are working with. Of course, the capacity of these things and the amount that we have stored up, forget it. It's a futile effort. You're never going to see it all unless you change your UI scale, and then if I do that, it's going to be too small for me to actually read it, so what's the point and benefit of that? The answer is that there is not one. Let's take a look to this. This is actually really cool. I've not bothered to ever look at this. Well, we did just build it, but that is some really impressive detail showing. Is that pizza? That's gotta be pizza. I think that's one of those recipes we can get from the trading balloons, maybe. Or it qualifies as foreign food, or it's just detail or something. Yeah, those are cheeseburgers right there. It's just really, really impressive detail. Like, remember, this is a mod that is almost entirely codeless. All this stuff, well, okay, some of this is different textures imported from something else, but the vast majority of the stuff you see here is just regular vanilla game textures that have been morphed and changed and shoved where they're not supposed to be and all that good stuff. So, really, truly impressive. We have our giant warehouse. Not entirely sure how I'm supposed to pronounce that, but we got chestnuts. We can keep building pretty much infinitely on top of these things. We can also do these giant piles that I believe will stack on each other. Unless I already... Yep, they will. That probably would be in our best interest to just keep building these things. Oh, lag, yes. Which way is the ladder in here? Pause this so I can actually move this around. 500 science. Yeah, that's going to be easy. Alright, so I'm going to do 2 storage piles just on top of this. Because we're going to have... Oh, wow. Pressing tab actually makes it worse. Never mind. See, I've got to have good storage for a bunch of this stuff, and I just never bothered. We need to have a bunch of sawdust available, and I think this might not be the best place to put it, but we are going to need it, so I'm going to just put one of those on sawdust, and then probably should go ahead and have another one set for maybe not dirt. Logs, we already have a ton of storage for. Metal, we already have a ton of storage for. Planks, we kind of do. Well, treated planks, functionally useless for us right now. I mean, I guess... I hate to say dirt, because that's a whole lot of space just to put a bunch of dirt. But coal, we seem to be just completely capping out on all the time. So we might as well. I know we don't have a whole lot of industrial stuff right here, but we can already put this on top of it without expanding too much in terms of ground use. That's always a good thing to keep ahead of. Now, this is ready to go here. So... get rid of that, get rid of that. Blast this down. Blast it down. Blast it down. And look at that, we've got all this extra space. Eventually, it'll all be accessible. Hopefully, that is the goal. Now, what I really should have done before I demolished this ladder like an absolute buffoon is to blast this, which I did not do. So, as has become a very common theme in these episodes, I'm going to backtrack and do something I've already done just to cover up for my mistakes here. We have one tree that was not removed because it was not accessible. So that, unfortunately, is going to create a situation where we've got to come back and take care of this. But, you know, you already know what I'm going to say. I don't even need to bother. So this is ready to go here. This will be ready to go here. I don't think anything bad's going to happen if I set this dynamite off without removing this overhanging walkway first, but I'm going to do it anyway. Get that blasted out, and now... wrong fingers on the wrong buttons. This ladder, conveniently, is blocking my access to stuff, so that goes away, and look at what we've got here. We've got access, if we choose to continue building platforms, into this area that's going to have a little bit more in the way of wood to gather, which we have already, actually, not entirely, taken care of there. Again, there's just so much going on in this that is almost impossible to get everything. Almost impossible. Every little chance that I get, I should probably be marking more and more of these. This is not going to be finished anytime soon, so don't get your hopes up to see too much progress. This is just one of those things you got to chip away ever so slightly, one little bit at a time. Yeah, so that'll go there. Nice and easy. Get this all marked for blasting, hopefully. And go on and do something else. Now, yes, 0.5 days before the bad tide comes in, we will need to swap everything over. I just want to check and see how our fuel situation's looking. Okay, so we do have fuel there. I would like to know how we have additional bots when this is paused and has been for some time. Not really sure how that one works, but cool. I'm going to turn that back on. We should be making nuclear fuel. Yeah, okay, that's working. Nuclear waste continues to be a slow acquisition process. But it is working. Tools continue to populate. Everything continues to improve. Let's go ahead before anything bad happens. Open the dam, close the dam, and come over here and do the exact same thing, so we don't have to worry about it. Alright, we know it's going to be... Actually, we don't know it's going to be a maximum of 9 days. It just usually is not very long. But water capacity-wise, we are in excellent shape. Don't really need to worry about too much more of that. We're continuing to make glass, although I think at this point our biggest thing holding us back is scrap metal. Okay, 5-day bad tide. We can make this work. The amount of glass we're consuming is just absolutely incredible. Probably because, you know, we're building... Well, these don't use it. We're waiting on the anvils for that. But the gigantic storage piles use quite a lot of glass. 48. But this one, wow, for sawdust is already in operation. That's good to see. So actually, that's the only thing we're waiting on is another 16 glass panes for this. Well, the way that this has been going, assuming they could actually get this stuff, which I can no longer supply because we don't have enough quartz, was not going to be an issue. Where is... Oh no, this is still making quartz. That's fine. It's just going to take a while to catch up. So every hour and a half we're getting 5 quartz. How much does this consume in an hour and a half? Ah, okay. 20. So we're not supplying enough quartz. Let's go ahead and just flip this over to scrap metal. Give the quartz production a chance to catch up a little bit. Probably going to have, if we're going to have this running full tilt, I'm going to have 2 mines dedicated just to quartz. But we're also not going to need to have a whole bunch of glass all the time. We just need it for specific construction projects. Yeah, so getting this on the scrap metal is a much needed thing. They're still working over here. Maybe, kind of. Who knows? Not me. Now I've got space. This isn't connected pathwise. I thought I had taken care of that. Okay, well, that will allow us to get these trees out of here. I thought for sure I had already taken care of that. Well, guess not. Let's go ahead and make sure that this tree is accessible. I'll blast that down. These 2 down so I can get to that tree. That's accessible there. This one here is going to be accessible once everything gets blasted, so I guess that is okay. So this is only waiting on nuclear fuel to be able to build some more bots. Obviously, we need more than 19. Saw a little bit of a scary thing in the comments that implied that I probably need to have like 70 or 80 of these, which is a lot of bots that are going to take a really, really long time to get built. But what else is new? It's water beavers. Man, I wish I could see this stuff. So, I guess I can only just assume that stuff is going into these and being used correctly. We just have so much stuff that's being consumed in all different places and manners of being that is just almost impossible to keep up with. So, in case you were wondering, yes, most of our farming space that we're in need of is probably going to have to be pumpkins, judging by the fact that we never have leftover pumpkins anymore. So that's going to require constant monitoring. Let's see. This, I think, is good to go to get blasted down. Well, I already blasted it down, or if I blast it down once, I should be able to access the rest of it from the ground level, so that's going to be fine. That's gone. That's gone. That's gone. I think... Yeah, let's go ahead... Let's go ahead and make this a 3 here. The only reason I'm not doing these as 3s is so I can get to this tree right here. But I think, yeah, I'm going to have this in place before I set those off. Yeah, again, this is why I'm not doing this all at once, because I'm going to go absolutely insane if I have to do that. And you guys probably don't want to just see this focused on this forever and ever and ever anyway. Since we have hauler bots, I am going to... well, this is already basically completely deprioritized. I guess this is fine. With our vacancy numbers here, this is already 47 vacancies, but those 40... okay, well now it's 49 of them are here. I guess to keep everything else populated, I can just pause this completely. Because nobody lives here, so it's not a problem. Hey, now we're basically equal. It goes back and forth a little bit. But that is working out a little bit nicely, at least. These, of course, waiting on anvils. Looks like, yep. Those take some time to get made, but we now should have enough scrap metal to make it work. We're just waiting on everything to get delivered, which is an entire process in and of itself. Are we looking here to get stuff blasted out? And now the rest of these trees that need to go should be accessible. This is going down 3, this is going down 2, and then of course all this is going to go down whatever it needs to be. So I guess we can start placing down all of our explosives. This they can't get to though. They can't get to this yet, so that's going to be a fun thing to figure out. Well, we'll get there when we get there. I'll leave this bit here. I guess to make this easier, I could just blast these down 1 so they can all come in behind. Just like so. We'll leave that one thing behind it. Yep. Down 2, down 2. That'll open up that guy to get cut. That's going to be fine there. This can be a single. Then I can take the ladder out when we get to that point and fill that space in. I don't think there's any other trees that are going to get cut. This has to get removed. This is not like update 6 where you can place dynamite on paths. So we do have to manually remove all of this stuff, which is definitely a process. Alright, so we'll leave that alone for a little bit, come back and check on that. The production of our Everblossom things here. That's not prioritized. Why not? Okay, well that one is and that one is. I guess I just missed out on that. The math has been done. I think it's been done a couple times, but basically one of these clockwork farms replaces 85 trees, in theory. So we probably still need to make 1 or 2 more to keep up with our wood demand. But for now, it seems we're in a pretty decent spot. I can't really think of too many other complaints I've got. Make sure this still has fuel. Yep, 5. Does this have fuel? No. Oh, they're probably using it as soon as it gets made. Is there any way to speed this up? Oh, this got poisoned. Okay. I forgot that was the thing. Well, that's alright. It's one of those casualties you can't kind of prevent. No, I guess it's probably not an issue of anything, but just the nuclear waste takes a long time to get extracted for the purposes of making stuff here. Minty bamboo shoots, I guess we're kind of keeping up with because we're not out, but I sure would love to have more of these. That was something that we were working on down here and then kind of got caught up with trying to keep up with everything else. Like all of these sunflowers here, I'm not sure that we can afford to get rid of them yet, but I really would like to use this space for growing other stuff. Now, do you understand why I'm so intent on claiming farm space over here? Oh, it's because we need it bad. We need it real bad. Okay, so this here is, first of all, very hard to see height perspective. Yep. That'll work. Get that out of here. Take it down 1. Of course, the ladder is there, but that's going to go away anyway, so it doesn't matter. And now that has opened us up to a little bit more metal that can be scavenged. And as soon as that's done, of course, we can blast this whole thing down. this area here is looking okay, I believe. Yeah, that's going to go down. Easy. This can go down now. 1, which means this tree is now accessible. As soon as that's done, then there's going to be, I guess... Oh, man, do I really want to deal with that? I don't know. I guess best thing for me to do is probably just to blast this down too. Yeah, then that whole thing can go away. This, actually, now I'm pretty sure I can do as a triple. Again, micromanagement here is just the name of the game. Best we're going to be able to do. At least the bad tide's almost over, which means we're going to have our water flow back here, which is going to allow us to use our decontamination station. Now I actually have an unemployed bot because we've got past 20, so I do need to have... Look at him go. I do need to have space to put another bot hauler standby thing. And I mean, I guess this is going to be as good of a spot as any. I just wish it was a little bit better located. I can probably put an overhang corner platform here. Let's... Oh, no, that corner's not going to work because it's a 5x5. I'm pausing so I can actually move the camera. Yeah, that's not going to work. It's close, though. Yeah, so this will just be a regular overhang platform. Put this guy right here. And, actually, what I can do, I can put a corner platform here. I just can't build on it, but I will be able to put a pathway there. Rotate this guy, come on. There we go. So much easier to build while it's paused. Alright, so we created a little bit of a path spaghetti right here, but that's fine. Look at that taken care of. We'll have space for the bots. The rest of the space can be utilized appropriately. It's just gonna... Do I dare even say it? We'll come back and check on that later. Yeah, so it seems nuclear waste is having a problem getting in here, but I mean, it's probably honestly more of just it takes a really long time to get everything situated here. We already have the maximum hired here. It's just what it is. Alright, so this is now ready to be returned. And then, of course, our area over here should be pretty much clean, ready to go. Yeah, just about. Give it a little bit more time to flush the rest of that. Not like it really matters. But that is going to be a big benefit to us here. Alright, open it up and close it up. This guy right here no longer has anything to do. So that goes away. We've gotten all the scrap metal out of here. Now our mess over here continues to get cleaned up. Ever so slowly. And now you can see some more spaces here that would benefit from having something like stairs or ladders in place. Because I have the room to put stairs in, I will put stairs in. Some of these are going to require ladders, which... You know what? This space could actually benefit from having a ladder right there. Because it's going to connect multiples at one time. Make sure the rest of these... Ah, there's a tree that wasn't marked. That's those little things you got to make sure you're keeping track of. Attach that there. Give us a little bit more reach. Once this metal is gone, we're going to have to be able to get up to other spots. So yeah, again, I'm going to check on that later. Still have plenty of nuclear fuel. Well, theoretically, plenty of nuclear fuel. This is now... Yeah, they'll be able to reach that from up top. We don't have nitroglycerin, but the ladder can go away. So then I can place this with... If I can click correctly. Dynamite. Very, very slow process. I can't set this off unfortunately, without setting off the rest of this, because, you know, I made so many good choices in making this accessible. So I'm going to have to, unfortunately, disarm. And this one just to be safe. Now they can get in here and do the rest of this. But I will have them rebuild that. Good. This was built. I have now 22 hauler bots. Again, everything helps. Very, very slow process. I've got 400 something scrap metal, so I think that means I can safely, for now at least, go back to making glass panes. Quartz I have 500, so that'll match for a little bit of time. Methane 3100 looking okay. We did build the sawdust storage. I had that earmarked. Clay storage, not yet, but we also haven't filled what we've got, so I'm not that worried about it. Increase the workers, the high temperature foundry. We're making more bots. Now, there was a warehouse for foreign food. I don't remember where it was. Somebody left a comment saying that needed to be set to accept. So what we're going to have to do now is scroll until I find the foreign food here, because I do not have any clue where that thing was. It's not going to be in a warehouse, I think. No, it is going to be in a warehouse. I don't know why I said that. Well, anyway, it wasn't one of these, so that's fine. I promise I was looking for it correctly. I just wasn't using the right words, because you know that's how that works. Here's foreign food. So this is... Oh, this is set to empty. Yeah, okay. That's an easy fix. Where was this one, by the way? Oh, cool. Yeah, no, absolutely, that was the right call. So don't remember who it was that suggested that, but we did take care of it. Anything else set to empty that shouldn't be? Let's just take a cursory scroll through the rest of this. Doesn't look like it. Of course, it's always possible for me to miss something, but I think we're okay. I think we are okay. So that's most of the comments people left. Obviously, I can't get to everything, but I just want to make sure I'm doing better about addressing those. Why does this say it's not connected to path? Because it should be. Oh, did I not rotate this correctly? Okay. Or is it because this multi-purpose outdoor workspace isn't complete? That's probably what it is. So I'm pretty sure these two will connect right here. It's just not done, so it's not counting that. Alright. Well, it's, you know, it's progress. Can't really be too mad about that. This is still waiting on a bunch of nitroglycerin. We did start making dynamite again because, well, we were out, so we needed to. That's fine, we just have to be patient. This is working reasonably well. I guess I could go ahead and just continue our little spiderweb nonsense here. Make sure they can get to this mess. Is this going to let me? Yep, okay. That's not going to let me put that there, though, but it will let me put this here. If it lets me click, there we go. Nope, because there's a tree there. That's to be expected, I suppose. Yep, this is the challenge of working over here. Everything blocks something. Very, very, very slow process. Alright, so now both of these are done, and neither of them have access to anything. Where did I go wrong? The answer is, I guess, everywhere. Because neither of these are in the correct orientation. Alright. Well, that's a drag, because that's an expensive building to build. And I can't remember exactly how all of these paths line up. I guess I could line up these two things in the corner. So that doesn't really fit that way either. Because the layout changes. Oh, the layout changes depending on what's being made there? Oh, geez. What kind of nonsense is this? Alright, let's figure this out. Because this seems... Okay, that would be connected there. That works, but if I change this, what was I making to this one? Was that going to be tools? Is that one's making metal fasteners, that one's making bramble flowers. If I make this one into tools... The layout of the graphic doesn't change. But I guess the pathing layout changes. I don't know, because this says it's going to be connected if I put this in like so. And I have no reason to believe that's false, but I didn't rotate. Maybe I did, who knows. Not me, apparently. Well, I guess we're rebuilding that. Hopefully the anvils are still there, because that is going to be an enormous pain in the butt. One anvil there. Oh, man, if I got rid of... Oh, no, there's stuff around the side. Come on, anvils. Show me the anvil. I got one more there. One more there. One thing there. What's on top of this? So I guess I lost one of my anvils. That's very annoying, because those are extremely expensive. Well, they'll get it taken care of. Just kind of a weird mechanic to try to figure out all out of nothing there. Now, let's see. Still working here. I think, yeah, they still got access to this. So we'll leave that alone. Glass. I think we finished all of our buildings here. Is this holding coal? Yep. So now we just have extra glass, and I was supposed to build more of these solar panel things, but now that we have nuclear, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I guess it's okay. Hopefully. Maybe. I don't know. I do remember a comment saying that I haven't built any shrubs, which you would be correct, because the white paws have a shrub hedge, which is a different unit. But we haven't built any of these, so let's just take a moment, try to find some strategic locations. This is a better than the original game one, because it has a range of 2 and not 1, so you don't have to be quite so metagamey on where it goes. So to that end, I will put one here and one here. That should take care of most of what we're looking for there. Fences don't have a benefit. Bulletin poles, I guess, do. Scarecrows do. Little roofing pieces do, but we already have that taken care of. Hammocks have no benefit. Benches have no benefit. You know, just trying to keep everything more or less improved here. Hey, up to 51. Nice. I'm thinking most of our point benefit is going to be made up by building all of this stuff. Statues, which of course are going to require gold. We do have 102 gold dust, which is good because we can turn, I think it's 100 into a gold bar, which we can use to build one of these statues. But I don't think we need to be worrying about that right now. Yeah, the factory does have the ability to do that, but we have other more pressing needs, which do not include spending all of our gold dust. I think they have to be used in processors too, which are being, yeah, currently made here. 1 gold dust, 1 processor. This is lagging. Oh, we don't have silicon metal ingots. No wonder this hasn't been going. Okay. So, silly me, I forgot. Now we're just going to make a bunch of those, which requires coal, which we have, which is good. Which? Sandwich place. Only been there like twice, but it was pretty good. Build your own sub sandwich. Non-Americans probably have no clue what I'm talking about, but that's fine. Things progressing over here. Looks fine. This double dynamite here needs to be finished, and then I can remove this ladder. Put another double dynamite in there. And then I think these are already marked as triples. Yes. Alright, so that goes away. Nobody gets stuck. Everybody's happy. Ah, I forgot there was another one over here. Well, that is just fine. We'll continue doing something there. Now, I think the way I have this set up, yeah, I've got to be able to get up to this bit here, which is going to require a staircase. I think I can get away with this. And then this bit back here can get blasted down. I think. I'm like 90% sure this is going to be fine. And that can... Oh, no, but this needs to be... Yeah, okay, never mind. I'll just leave it like this. At some point, I just need to stop micromanaging this and just do what I can when I can and not worry about it. And that point is probably now, honestly. I'm much more interested in getting this finished, because this is a rather substantial project. Up to 24 bots, that's looking good. I guess the log numbers are increasing enough for me not to be super worried about it. But I still am not quite sure I can justify getting rid of all these Everblossom trees. Like, I think this is the only remaining part of the map that's growing them. Yeah, because I have these I'm turning into stuff. I'm pretty sure there's nothing left over here. Yeah. Alright, so... See, I don't want to... I don't want to end up making mistakes. But I think it's time to get rid of... Unplant these. I'm not going to demolish them, obviously. But we will unplant that bit. And I guess just wait till those get cut down and then think about what else we want to put in this space. Because we do still need to grow things. We just don't need to be taking up space for all these trees. I need to grow a whole lot of pumpkins. So many pumpkins. Which probably, if we're being honest with each other, we didn't need to blast all of this out. But, we already did it. So, what good does it do complaining about it now? This... Eventually, if we had the ability to fill in this land a little easier, would be so nice. I think these berry bushes can pretty much automatically be removed. I just have to be able to have water always populating this. Honestly, I think it's fine. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's get our irrigation lodges. Because these repel contamination. That's absolutely necessary up here. I know the super fertilizing irrigation tower bath has a bigger range, but it doesn't repel contamination like this one does. So we will need to just find a spot. Take this overlay away. So I want to be able to use the maximum amount of space here. I think... Yeah, see, that's not going to have much use. Here would be fine. Here would also probably be fine. Yeah, we'll just go with that. I need to be... Because remember, these aren't connected land masses, so placing this is going to have a very specific requirement. It's not necessarily going to be in our best interest to put it in the most logical spot because not all the land's going to be usable. But this bit right here for growing pumpkins is going to help a lot. I can put the... Nope, get my HUD back. I can put a large farmhouse pretty much anywhere and the range isn't going to be an issue. I just want to see if I can site it in a place where it's not also... Get this out of here. Not also going to inhibit the placement of pumpkins. Because remember, those are a 2x2 crop. They grow out, I guess... This orientation up and to the right. Lag. So if I have a very irregularly shaped spot to stick this... Oh, it's not going to show me the range unless I have the HUD up. Alright. Oh, come on. Pretty much anywhere here is going to work. This will... I guess this spot right here is fine. We'll just do that. So, pumpkin, pumpkin, pumpkin. Yeah, it's up and to the right. Okay. So if that one goes there, then that one can go there. Ah, see, that's not gonna cut the mustard. The placement of this is just diabolically weird. Okay, what if I... What if I did... Oh, stop clicking on the beavers. I think that's going to give me more space where I actually want it. I put that there, I put that there, put that there, then that goes there, that goes there. There, there, there. There. This space isn't usable, but I'd rather have this go, Oh, you know what? I probably could just build a path over this thing, but, It's fine. I'm going to leave that open for one there. Put this one here. Put this one here. That one will go there. I know it's not perfect, but it's going to have to be fine. Every little bit counts. Every little bit counts. So this will go here, 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 here. Again, not everything's going to be perfect. That's just the way it goes. So then this bit actually, to give us a little bit more space, have that come this way. Get this out of here. Wow, they built that quick. Pumpkin-wise. They don't build pumpkins, they plant pumpkins. Look. You know what I meant. You know what I meant. So that one would go there, that one would go there. This one would not go here. I miscalculated. That never happens. That goes there, that goes there. And then I think where we're at now is... It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to have to be good enough. Remember, it is more important for us to have pumpkins than to have perfect pumpkins. It's just going to be weird little staggered nonsense. At this point, this is the best we can do. So, that helps. These guys have a little bit more room here. This irrigates. Actually, this doesn't protect all the way over here. So these pumpkins are going to die during a bad tide event. But that's just the way it goes. This dirt pile doesn't need to be here. That can get removed. For right now, this is just going to be what it is. Oh. Well, I don't have enough dirt to really fill this much stuff in, because that is very deep. But if this were the regular vanilla game, then yes, that would actually be pretty much perfect. That was an interesting Everblossom leftover to be floating over the void. Not attached to anything, but that's okay. This area over here is always going to be a mess. It's fine. How is this going to fare over here? Okay, that can definitely come down. I'm just going to take it down 2 for right now. The rest of this, I believe, is good to go. All right. That's progress, folks. Slowly. And uglily, whatever the correct form of that is. Are these hooked up? Looks like it. Hey, they're making tools. And they're making bramble flowers, except now the bramble flower storage is full. Well, that's fine. So we have tools, we have metal fasteners, and the other thing that can be made in these guys is the crude saw blades, which, forgive me for not knowing off the top of my head, is not something that can be made in the multipurpose outdoor workspace, which is unfortunate, but it does mean these tools, things can go away. And all of this, and the anvils that were used to make them, can go somewhere else, and now we have all this extra space. Screw press axles, this is just laughably slow. We have 230 of them. That is something that can be made in this building that's currently made a bunch of gears that we don't need, so... Oh, this makes screwed saw blades. Alright. I really should know this. I really should have more storage for those, but it's fine. Drill bits, we are chronically out of, so I will have them make drill bits here. Keep our eye on the human relics, which is currently full. These guys in the Abyss are making the exploration stuff. These guys are supposed to be making human relics, but it's been paused for a very long time. Man, there's just so many of these things. I don't need to be making sawdust like this, so that can definitely go away. That can definitely go away. It's going to free up some beavers to do other jobs as well. Screw press axles, again, don't need those guys doing that. Don't need those guys doing that. Don't need those guys doing that. Alright, log gnawing stations. It is time to get rid of you. Let's go to the rest of these things here. Alright, where's this one? Guess what? You are no longer going to be a thing that exists. And we have freed ourselves of the log gnawing stations. Everything that we're making can be made somewhere else. And now I've got 21 beavers who don't have a job. You know what that means, folks. Open the hauling tower. And in you go. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. This should really, really help us out. I know there's stuff on the ground that bothers some of you, but a lot of it doesn't have anywhere to go. So that's just how that goes. Now, which buildings are using the crude saw blades? I feel like I already answered my own question, and now I just don't remember, which is absolutely not surprising. Oh, the rudimentary sawmill, which I guess technically still needs to exist. Not the paper mill, though. This is, it's fine. That gets demolished there. This can go away here. This can get, the rest of this blasted down, I think. Well, there's a tree up here that's going to have to get removed as well as all of this metal. So, you know what that means. It's time for a ladder. That'll make that more easily accessible. This will make this more easily accessible. Do I have these trees marked for cutting? I do not. Alright, well that's going to be pretty easy to fix. Get these marked as well. These marked as well. We got a drought approaching. Yep, I'm going to lose myself like like Eminem or whoever that was. No spaghetti to be found, though. Sheesh, I really got to get back on track. We got ruins here that can get removed. This should still be in range once all of these are put in place. Yep, that's looking good. If this was just a little bit more conjoined land-wise, I think we would we'd be in really, really, really good shape. But that is the best possible use of this space, I'm pretty sure, is to grow pumpkins. I'm sure if you really wanted to sit here and just spend an inordinate amount of time optimizing the layout of the paths and the pumpkins, whatever those things are called, then that could have been done in a slightly better way, but for what we're working with now, I think this is fine. That pile can go away. It no longer needs to exist. This guy, there's no more scavenging to do from where he's at, so that can go away. I think we are in pretty good shape, all things considered. It's about time to turn that high-temperature foundry back on to scrap metal. Pretty sure. And again, I wanted to build more of these. Wait, how many silicon metal ingots have I actually made? Probably none. I forgot this was a 4-day recipe. Okay. Alright, this mess here, they still have not gotten all these trees out, so I guess what probably happened is I just failed to have a lumberjack flag in the right spot. Oh, this lag is something fierce. Okay, they can't reach that. I should have anticipated that being a problem and run a path back behind this. That will definitely help. The rest of this space, this can get set off. That's not going to affect anything. That can get set off. These are not connected to anything and can be set off. These right here are not connected to anything and can be set off. Now it's just this bit on the top. And yes, I have obstructed this chestnut tree by building this hauling bot standby area. That's fine. We'll get that taken care of at some point. I can probably do that right now, actually, by replacing that staircase with a ladder. Orient that correctly. And yeah, that should have no problem getting taken care of there. We still have a little bit of a mess here, but you know, it is what it is. 7 out of 10 nuclear fuel available. Still making bots. Gonna be quite the journey to get this all figured out, but we're making really good progress. I know it might be frustrating to see how slow stuff is, but we are making measurable, very, very good progress. We managed to completely remove the log gnawing stations today, which is great. And with the exception of the... Wait, this guy's making... I deleted the wrong one. Well, actually, hold on. I guess I could just go ahead and get rid of this guy too, because I know this can make crude saw blades. Should I choose to still need those. Alright, Primitive Ironworks, you're done. Pack your things, it's over. Cool. Big improvements today. This is still set to do nothing. Uh-oh. Surgery, antibiotics, good. This is making the... yeah, the frost bomb. That's because I didn't have enough ice, I didn't think. Or maybe we have boo shoots, maybe? I mean, we're still using those to make... yeah, to make the endothermic essence. But we have a full storage of that. Which for some reason I can never manage to find. I guess that's... it's fine, but they go into the frost bomb, but the endothermic essence, it doesn't go into... Oh boy. I'm gonna combust my brain if I keep thinking about this. Alright, this is working out okay here. These obviously haven't started making pumpkins yet, but we will get to that point soon. Look at the pumpkin chips are almost gone, folks. We need so many more pumpkins than I can currently produce. That's why it's so important to have this space returned back to the natural order of things. Berries, oh man, like I feel like I can easily get away with removing this. This one's already making metal fasteners. No, it's making berries. That's gonna be the easiest thing to do. We already have one making metal fasteners, that's fine. So, berries. Every hour we get 4 berries. I'm pretty sure I can justify removing these berry bushes here. And that, once complete, I am pretty sure if I move some of these buildings around, I can plant a bunch more pumpkins in the middle. Or I can just say, you know what, this area can no longer be for pumpkins and large farmhouse stuff, and I could just plant grapes, because we also need a lot more grapes. Because we do have this guy right here in the tree nursery, and then I just have to find a better spot for this. But I need pumpkins so bad. That's the other problem. Well, I did plant all these, and I guess it's okay. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't mess with that quite yet. Alright, so we've made some good progress here. There's still plenty that needs to be taken care of, so that's fine there. Still doing some steady work here. Yeah, let's put some overhang walkways in. I think this one will open up the rest of that space. Looks like it will. Alright, these trees have not been marked. I know they're not all on the same level. But before I forget, I want to make sure I mark those in case I'm going to be able to actually get to them. Alright, come on. There we go. Alright, another thing we can just kind of leave alone for the time being. Alright, now we're cooking. I just need to, before I set the rest of this off. Let's get this set as a triple. This a bit right next door needs to be a double. Yes, we're going to rebuild the bot assembler in a different place. I'm just doing what I can with what I got. These guys, not being connected to other stuff, can go ahead and get detonated, though. And actually, as long as nobody's coming up here anytime soon, I can set this off. Cool, that works. And it's drought time, but that doesn't matter because we have 17,000 water. We're in really good shape. Somebody left a comment a couple of videos ago saying that the lemonade storage or lemonade production's way down, and yes, it is. But we're not out, so I'm not really that worried about it. The lemonade early on was probably best used, in my opinion, as a sort of insurance policy against having no water because they could still drink it. But now it's just kind of a luxury item, and as long as we're not out, I'm just going to not be worried about it. That can go away there. Come back and take a look at this at some point in the future. We have stopped making crude saw blades, so I will have to have this set to make those, at least for a little bit of time. The drill bits just constantly being used. Well, I know that's how it works, but I'm going to feel a whole lot better about it once each of these has a much better stack of drill bits? 3, 2, and 5. I guess that's fine. I got a little glorious storage here for drill bits. Crude saw blades are going to have somewhere. You know what? Let's check and see if I've got one. Let's see. Steel saw blades have a place to go. That's good. Haven't seen the crude saw blades show up yet. Nope. That's not there. That's not there. I got so many of these storage buildings. Okay, so I do have a small pile. That's the 20, and it's right there. That's honestly probably enough for at least a while, but I really don't like tracking down what I do and do not have enough of, so I think what's going to have to happen is I'm going to build another one of those small piles. Yeah, let's put another one here. Double our storage, and by double our storage, I mean triple it by putting in another one. Oh, I didn't want that pointed that way, but who cares? That's fine. 2 of those there, and then I will have the Abyss make those for just a short amount of time. Pretty sure it won't take too long. That's the saw blade. The drill bits, not currently being produced, so we'll go ahead and switch this over. Interesting that human relics end up being used to make crude saw blades. I don't really know what the thought process behind that is. I'm sure there was one in the canon of the game. Also, if we're producing bramble flowers in the outdoor workspace, that means these can be replaced with something much more useful, like grapes. So I'm going to unplant all of this. We're going to cut them down eventually. And then I've just got to be smart about planting stuff that is going to actually be plantable, like grapes. Yeah, because this stuff grows so quickly that you pretty much have to be on top of it all the time to try and contain all the different space. So we might find ourselves situated here for some degree of time, just trying to fill in spaces here. I could put a bunch of these lumberjack flags down just to try and mass clear this space quickly, which honestly is probably a smart thing to do. Pause the game so I can actually place items. Well, it's really not that much faster, to be perfectly honest with you. Alright, so that's an additional 5. That'll help eventually get this picked clean. Obviously planting grapes is something that I should have been doing a lot sooner. But, you know, it is what it is. No more space available here anyhow. Ah, you know what? I forgot to unplant these 4 right there. But that should be... Okay, those 2. That should be pretty much it. Nothing else can get cut down. Thought these guys taking the sweet time doing it. Okay. Have we made our silicon metal ingots? No, wow. This is such a slow... This is why you have to have more than one of these. Alright, now this space can just continue getting blasted down. Very, 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 very slow process. But we're doing our best. That's all you can do, is your best. So this has to get cut down. I just don't have a very good bypass path for this. I guess we can do it in segments. So now that that's connected, I can undo all of this. Not the power shafts. That can go away, and then I think, yeah, there's some tree back there I can't get to. That's going to become a double dynamite. Lag. Yes. Oh, I love it when it just removes things I was dragging. Thank you. That goes. That goes. That goes. That goes. Come on. That goes. That was a lot louder than I thought it should be. And of course, once this gets blasted down, then we'll be able to get rid of that tree there. And then I think I can put 2 of these high temperature smelters in, which is what I was trying to do in the first place, so I could have at least 3 things cooking, if you will, at one time. Pretty sure... Oh, of course, it's in the metal thing. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to make another degree. Masters in Metallurgy. How many of those do I have? One? Yes. So let's change, since I have processors. Well, I have one processor. I guess they're just putting them directly into the bot factory. Well, that's fine. It's not going to take that long, I don't think, to make another Masters in Metallurgy. We just have to wait, I guess, till the rest of the day here. We already have... okay, there's really not that much left in here, and I can't make another Masters in Metallurgy until this one is consumed or placed in a scroll rack. What's the recipe for that again? Masters in Metallurgy is this one. Okay. The only thing that might be a problem is the brain-boosting salts. But I don't think that's going to be that big of an issue. I have plenty of pencils. I got plenty of paper. Scrap metal, I don't really have a ton of, but it's probably fine. I have plenty of quartz. Yeah, okay, it's just going to be the brain-boosting salts. That'll work. 95, 100, okay. Masters of Metallurgy it is. Yeah. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. This lumberjack will take care of that one tree. Did I mark it for cutting? I did. Very good. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, and by the ranch I mean preposterous amounts of lag, this area here. Blast into that thing into orbit. Get that path out of here, get that ladder out of here, get this path and that path out of here. We're getting there, folks. Very, very soon. This lumberjack can go away. These bits in the middle are waiting on nitroglycerin. Okay, well, we do have some of that still being produced. That's fine. How's everything else? Oh, these are almost gone. That's going to be nice. We can use that for something else later. I was a little too afraid to get rid of these berry bushes right now, and I probably shouldn't be worried about it, but yeah, that's just how it goes. This is clearing out a little bit slower than I thought it would, and I really should have been better about putting these grapes in, but they'll take care of it eventually. Just gonna have to wait. Okay, crude saw blades. They are working on making. That's looking fine. Alright, this is ready to go. Click, please. Thank you. Now that can go. That can go. That can go. That can go. Both of those can go. And that can just be regular old dynamite. Blasting that down. Blasting that down. And then, finally, I think I can manage this to get connected again. Check our dimensions here. High temperature foundry is not that big of a building, but I do need to be able to move it around. I say not that big of a building when it's bigger than anything you can build in the vanilla game. You know what? That'll actually fit pretty nicely here. We just have to get those trees out of the way. The power input is on the back for the sake of, you know, stuff actually matching nicely. I think I can just put these back to back and have them connect that way. Should be okay. Come on. Oh, click on the path. Thank you. Oh, got rid of the materials for that by mistake, but that's fine, I suppose. Alright. That's good there. That's good there. This is going to end up going down... Wait a second. Why did I, Oh, that was there to build... Okay, yeah, I don't need that to be a thing anymore. That can go away, and I will replace it for the benefit of our terrain adjustment activities here with a staircase, which means that can go away, which means this can go away, which means I think for this to be... everything, we're trying to make it. I'll have that go this way. Come on. Let me click. For crying out loud. There we go. That will have to go there. And then this will have to go around the outside. Our favorite direction. Demolish that. Now let's check our alignment here. If I were to build this here. Okay, yeah, that's going to work. That will go there. And then the what's it called? Power goes in that thing. To get the other one where we want it to be, I'm going to have to put this here, which means all of this goes away along with this ladder. Come on. And then this bit goes away, this bit goes away. And I'm pretty sure, just for the sake of getting stuff set up, I might as well go ahead and blast that out. So, double there. I don't know why it missed this one. Single here. Now this is not connected because this isn't built. Now it's built, so I guess I was incorrect there. Power input is on the second level, which means this is going to have to... is that situated correctly? I gotta pause the game to be able to do pretty much anything at this point, which is... well, it is what it is. Shouldn't really be complaining too much. I'm going to make that universal just in case I need to worry about that later. This is going to just be regular platform. Nice and easy there. Go ahead and build this so we don't have to worry about it later. Straight power shaft, straight power shaft. For the sake of expansion, should we ever need it, I will put that there. And then this is going to have to be a universal. This is going to have to be straight to vertical, which means this has to be built last. They can actually build it, and then this goes like so. All right, folks, get to work. Make it happen. Then, once they pull the Masters of Metallurgy out of the NS, they can start making the next one. Yep, cool. As I suspected, brain-boosting salts are the biggest problem that can be made in the Abyss, if we so choose. One of these buildings. Oh, it's already making that, and it needs... ah, yes, laboratory glassware. Okay, who's making the laboratory glassware? I probably... yeah, I don't have the means to make that here, so... you know what? No, we have technology. I'm going to go ahead and go to the factories here and just assign one of those to make that. Currently, two are making... really? Two are making drill bits? Alright, well that doesn't need to be a thing. This isn't connected to power? How is that not connected to... oh, okay, it's because... alright. So that means this one's going to make laboratory glassware. Even though this is the one that is right next to the mines, I'm pretty sure it is going to have to be making the drill bits. Yes. But for right now, it does work. So we will be trying at least a little bit to get that to happen. Beavers will wake up, get this stuff filled in place, and then Bob's your uncle. Don't know where that came from, or the origin of that phrase, or who Bob or his uncle or his nephew or niece, as the case may demand it, are. Just the random stuff that comes into my brain. So, how do we not have any power anywhere? Besides, you know, me disconnecting everything. Okay, well now it's not complaining that it doesn't have power, it just has a very, very, very small amount of power. Alright. 1%, I'm not going to sit here and wait for this, but we have to remember to change this one back to drill bits. At some point. Everything else is just a very slow process. Alright, nothing left to cut here. Lumberjack, go bye-bye. Double dynamite, go boom. Dynamite, go like that. And that go like that. And that go like that. And that very, very laggily go like that. Now that's not too bad, I don't think. Get this connected. And we should be in a decent spot here. Alright. There she goes. There, please connect to the door. Next time I actually click on it, thank you. I say to the game that cannot read my emotions, feelings, or utterances of speech. Ooh, this would be so great as a continuous ladder, but I don't think it's going to matter enough for us to care. I will just put that in like so. So that's going to give us some space here to put some storage in, which would be very nice. First of all, I should probably set this scrap metal. Probably doesn't really matter, honestly. Silicon metal ingots. Fine, what goes in here? None of this goes in there. I guess it's just going to have to be... okay, I'll do the high temperature scrap metal there. I'll do glass there, and then I guess this one can stay on silicon metal ingots, since those take 4 days and 4 hours to get done. But cycle 76, day 1. This is all connected again. This is in the process of being constructed. Yeah, I guess I could have moved this one more block over, and I wouldn't have needed to build this here. But, you know, it's fine. We'll just deal with it. We'll just deal with it. That's what we always do anyway. And I know there's other stuff that I paused I need to remember to unpause. And technically, that's just my responsibility, not yours, but it's always nice when you guys help, because it makes it so much easier for me to finish stuff. Okay, crude saw blades. I think I can turn this back to what it was previously making, if I can click on the correct thing. Fifth try is a charm. Drill bits, which we do still desperately need. Okay. So I think we're at the point now, friends, where it's time to end this episode. I'm looking over at OBS. It's just shy of an hour and a half. So by the time we get out of here, it'll be probably about that much. But we can feel really, really good about the progress we made in this one. We've got the high temperature foundry duplication well underway. We blasted out a bunch of other space to use over here, and we'll continue doing that. Then, of course, this area over here is an absolute rat's nest of nonsense, but we are doing good work in getting that prepared. Just trying to think if there's anything else before I start blasting this up. If there's any other stuff I can reasonably access without it just being completely stupid. Hopefully we'll just let them do what they want to do. Pumpkin production seems to still be inadequate, but you know, what can you do? Just a little bit at a time. They are once again struggling to contain these brambles, but we'll get it done eventually. Just gotta keep the faith. But yeah, I gotta cut myself off, or I'm gonna keep doing this forever. So I guess we can just watch them constructing this fun stuff, or bringing materials in, as the case may be. Appreciate you guys being here. Genuinely. It would not be possible for us to be on episode 57 of a series where the average episode length is like an hour and a half if you guys did not have the enthusiasm for it, and also if the beard boosters were not directly supporting the channel and making it possible. Just tell the algorithm to go take a hike and just make what we want to make. So, really appreciate you, really appreciate those folks. And, of course, everyone watching all the stuff just generally makes the channel better and enables me to keep doing this instead of having to go to the business factory for 40 hours a week. I get to play video games for a substantial portion of, quote-unquote, how I justify existing in the society in which we find ourselves. So I'm glad to be able to do that with you guys. Spend this time together just playing some good games, unwinding from whatever other stress there is in life, and just following these animated beavers around with all of their different pursuits. It's really enjoyable. I find it relaxing, and I hope you get something out of it as well. So whatever it is you're doing with the rest of your day, stay safe, have fun, and we will see you back in this series on Thursday and tomorrow in with the Iron Teeth in Update 6. We've got some fun stuff going on in that one. See you later, friends. Take care. Bye-bye.